Did you know that the average person struggles to say no at least 5 times a day? That's over 1,800 missed opportunities a year to prioritize your needs and desires. In a world that often screams yes, learning to say no is a secret superpower. It's like having an invisible shield that protects your time, energy, and peace of mind. Yet so many of us shy away from using it. Why? Because saying no feels like we're turning down opportunities, disappointing others, or being selfish. But here's the twist. It's the exact opposite. This journey through the art of saying no, setting healthy boundaries, will reveal the surprising benefits of saying no. We're not just talking about declining requests or invitations. We're diving into the art of creating a life that aligns with your values, respects your time, and enhances your relationships. Each chapter will equip you with practical, easy-to-understand strategies, grounded in real-world scenarios and backed by fascinating facts and expert insights. From understanding your limits to mastering nonverbal cues, we've got you covered. And the best part? You'll learn how to say no without feeling guilty or burning bridges. So are you ready to unlock the power of no? Join us on this empowering journey and transform the way you live, work, and connect with others. Your time is precious. Let's make every no count. Chapter 1. Discovering your limits. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, like your plate is too full? You're not alone. A survey by the American Psychological Association revealed that 44% of Americans feel their stress levels have increased over the past 5 years. It's like trying to pour more water into an already full cup. Eventually, it spills over. Understanding your limits is like knowing the size of your cup. Here's a thought. Every yes to someone else often means a no to something personal. It could be your rest, hobbies, or family time. Think about it. When was the last time you said yes when you really wanted to say no? Let's try a simple strategy. List down your weekly tasks and responsibilities. Now, rate them. How much do they drain your energy? Are they essential? This exercise isn't just about time management, it's about energy management. Because, as author and speaker Tony Schwartz says, energy, not time, is the fundamental currency of high performance. Chapter 2. Valuing your time and needs. Did you know that the average person makes about 35,000 decisions each day? Now, imagine each decision as a tiny seed in your garden. Not all seeds are worth planting. This chapter is all about prioritizing the seeds of your time and needs. It's like this. If you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. And that's not just a catchy phrase. Author Greg McKeown in his book Essentialism states, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. So, ask yourself what's truly essential in your life. A practical tip is to start your day by identifying the top 3 things that are most important to you. This small habit can be a game changer. It's like putting a fence around your precious garden, ensuring that only the right seeds get your attention. Chapter 3. The art of gentle refusal. Saying no can feel as tricky as walking a tightrope. But here's a secret. It's all about balance, being direct yet polite. A Harvard study found that people who are able to communicate their refusal effectively are more likely to be successful in maintaining their personal boundaries. Think of your no as a polite but firm handshake. It's respectful yet assertive. A good technique? Use clear and simple language. Instead of a vague, I'm not sure, try, I can't commit to this as I have other priorities. It's straightforward and leaves little room for misunderstanding. Remember, it's not about being harsh. It's about being honest and respectful. As author Brené Brown puts it, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. Chapter 4. Practice makes perfect. Did you ever learn to ride a bike? It took practice, right? Saying no is similar. Start small. Say no to something minor, like an extra task at work or an invitation to an event you're not keen on. It's like muscle training, but for your decision-making skills. A fascinating fact. Psychologists have found that it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit. So give yourself time. Practice saying no gently and see it as a skill you're developing, one day at a time. A simple yet effective way to practice is through role-playing with a friend or family member. It's like a rehearsal for real-life situations. This way, when a big moment comes, you're ready, and your no feels natural and confident. Remember, as the saying goes, practice makes perfect. Chapter 5. Navigating alternative paths. Sometimes saying no doesn't mean closing a door. It's about pointing to a different one. Surprisingly, research shows that when you offer an alternative while saying no, the requester feels more positive about the interaction. It's like saying, "I can't help you cross this bridge, but I know another route." Here's a tip. If you can't fulfill a request, think quickly of someone else who can. It's like passing the baton in a relay race. You're not stopping the race, just handing over to the next runner. This strategy doesn't just ease your load, it also builds your network as a problem solver. Remember, offering alternatives is not pushing off responsibility. It's about being helpful in a different way. Like author and motivational speaker Zig Ziglar said, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." Chapter 6. Simplicity in declining. The art of saying no is also about being brief and genuine. A Stanford study found that over-explaining why you're saying no can lead to more persuasion attempts from the other person. Keep it simple, like a short and sweet text message instead of a long email. Try this. Just state your reason in one sentence. For example, "I can't take on this project because my schedule is already full." It's straightforward and clear. You're giving a reason without opening a debate. And here's a little secret. You don't always need to provide a reason. Sometimes a simple, "I'm sorry, I can't commit to this," is enough. It's like a polite nod, respectful yet firm. Chapter 7. Recognize manipulative tactics. Being aware of emotional manipulation is crucial. A study by the University of California found that recognizing manipulative tactics can significantly reduce their impact. It's like having a shield in a battle. It helps you stay protected. One common tactic is guilt tripping. If someone says, "You're the only one who can help," they're likely playing on your emotions. Acknowledge the tactic to yourself and remember, it's okay to say no. Your no is about setting boundaries, not about denying help. Another tip is to stay calm and not react immediately. If you feel pressured, take a moment. It's okay to say, "I need to think about this." It's like pressing the pause button on a video. It gives you time to think without the pressure. Chapter 8. Delay your response. The power of pausing before responding is immense. A survey by the American Psychological Association shows that people who take a moment to think before responding to requests experience lower stress levels. It's like looking both ways before crossing the street. It's about being cautious. When you're unsure, use phrases like, "Let me get back to you on that." It buys you time and space to evaluate the request without the pressure of an immediate answer. Think of it as putting a bookmark in a book. You're not closing the book, just pausing your reading. Use this time wisely. Weigh the pros and cons. Consult with a friend or mentor if needed. It's not about procrastination. It's about making a well-thought-out decision. Chapter 9. Use nonverbal cues. Your body speaks volumes, often more than your words. A study from UCLA found that up to 93% of communication effectiveness is determined by nonverbal cues. This means your body language plays a huge role when you say no. It's like your stance is telling its own story. Stand firm, maintain eye contact, and keep your voice steady. This nonverbal communication signals confidence. Think of it as wearing an invisible cape. It gives you a subtle boost of strength and assurance. A smile can be a powerful tool too. It doesn't undermine your no. Instead, it softens the delivery. Like a soft but sturdy barrier, it protects your boundaries while maintaining a friendly demeanor. Chapter 10. Stay consistent. Consistency is key in setting boundaries. It's like planting a tree and watering it regularly. The roots grow deep and the tree stands strong. A Harvard Business Review article emphasized that consistent boundary setting improves relationships and self-perception. If you say no to working late on weekdays, stick to it. When people see consistency, they respect your boundaries more. It's like setting a clear rule in a game. Everyone knows how to play. Remember, it's okay to remind people of your boundaries. Repetition reinforces understanding. It's not being naggy, it's being clear. Chapter 11. Be self-compassionate. Putting yourself first is not selfish, it's necessary. Psychology today reports that self-compassion leads to higher levels of mental well-being. It's like putting on your oxygen mask first in an airplane. You need to be okay to help others effectively. Self-compassion means acknowledging that it's okay to say no. Don't beat yourself up for putting your needs first. Think of it as nurturing a plant. It needs care to bloom. Remember the words of psychologist and author Dr. Kristin Neff. Self-compassion is simply giving the same kindness to ourselves that we would give to others. Give yourself that kindness. Chapter 12. Avoid apologizing unnecessarily. You don't have to say sorry for prioritizing your needs. A study in the European Journal of Social Psychology found that unnecessary apologies can actually lessen the perceived sincerity of apologies when they are really warranted. It's like crying wolf. If you say it too often, it loses its meaning. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry, but I can't," try, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that." This shifts the focus from apology to appreciation. It's a small change in wording but makes a big difference in perception. Remember, your time and needs are valuable. Respecting them isn't something to apologize for. It's like respecting a precious gem. It's valuable and deserves care.